Hi, sorry to have you holding. My name's Rick. We are speaking on a recorded line, and how can I help you today?
Hey, Rick. How you doing this morning?
I'm doing very well. How about you?
Pretty well. I just had a few clarifying questions. I was in a conversation with one of the staff at Transworld the other day, and the question of identity came up, and I'm curious to know when one of the staff asks a man to identify himself, what does that mean exactly? Because it seemed like there was some confusion as to what that meant, and it wasn't properly explained to me. So I'm calling someone, allegedly a supervisor, to kind of get this cleared up. What does it mean when one's asked to identify, insofar as you're concerned?
Yeah, we're trying to locate the reference in why you're calling, and we can identify the reference by account number or name. So. Did you receive a letter from us, or? Well,
what I had done, I believe I had given an account number or a reference number and they pulled the account up, and then they wanted the name, and when I gave them the name, they weren't satisfied with that. And so what I'm trying to find out is when I provide the name, why is that not sufficing in terms of identity? It's almost like they're wanting me to say it a certain way or to claim something in a certain way. I'm just trying to get some clarification on what that means, because, the name that I've been known to use is what it is, and that's what I tell them. I tell them the name that I've been known to use or the calling that I've been known to answer to. And for some reason, what they say is, well, is that your name? And my response is, well, what do you mean, is it my name? How does one own a name? And so
they're just looking to make sure that we're speaking to the party in which the reference is regarding.
Well, how else can we do that? I mean, when I give the name that I've been known to use, why is that not sufficient? Why is that not sufficient?
Right, I can assist you, and obviously I'm sure it's frustrating. What is the account number, reference number we're speaking in regards to?
I believe it's...
Looks right. Let me just see what comes up here. All right, and it's...
That's the name.
All right, perfect. Okay, and the reason why they're asking is because there requires a second identifier on this specific account. So if yours would need you to verify either date of birth or mailing address, and then we can discuss it further.
Well, here's the thing. I've been led to believe that there's a controversy regarding that name. And I'm not here to claim anything. I'm led to believe I'm here to settle the matter honorably and immediately. So if there is a matter that needs to be settled, I believe I'm here to do that. That's why I'm calling. That's why I called yesterday. And I believe I counted 5 separate times I offered to settle the matter and was not allowed to do so. So this is going to be the 6th and 7th time, I guess, at this point. So, if there's an issue that needs resolving, I'm here to resolve that issue. It's just a matter of finding out who is claiming that name is involved in a controversy.
Yep, that's perfect. And, I do see documented call where you called yesterday and they attempted to obtain that second identifier so we can move on with the call, and was unsuccessful yesterday.
Yeah.
And again, policy...
Just to clarify, it's because I would not claim to be the name. She was wanting me. Okay. It sounded to me like she wanted to be the name. And just for a little side conversation here, friend, when someone is asked to identify comes from the Latin root idem, which means the same as. And so what I'm being asked to do, at least regarding this particular group of folks, is to claim to be identical to a name. And I don't know about you, but 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 I don't know about you I don't believe that I can be identical to a name. Can you be? Are you identical to a name?
But we're getting far off the spectrum. All right, so
well, that's what I feel I'm being asked, according to the words that you guys are using, or you gals have used yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I'm not, they're telling me that I have no business attempting to settle the alleged debt because I failed a claim to be identical to a name, or failure to identify as a name. Okay? So that should make sense to most English-speaking people, I would think. So, okay.
Yeah, I am listening to you, but it just seems as though we're going down a few wrong roads. It's very simple. You're stating you are correct?
Again, how could I be? It's a name? Yes, I believe it is. So you're asking me again, like they did yesterday, to claim to be a name, to identify or be identical to a name. Do you hear yourself doing that?
Yeah, but let me, on my end, we're calling with the reference number you provided for so we're simply confirming so we can discuss the matter.
Hey, let me ask you a question. What was the last name you used, Rick? Is it Rick? I'm sorry, what was your...
Yeah, my name's...
You're a man that uses the name Rick. Yes or no?
Yes, I can confirm with you my name is Rick. Correct.
Right, but are you the name Rick?
Yes, I am. That's
so
the name my mother gave me.
So what you're claiming is that you are actually a name or a word or a sound, and the sound is Rick.
Okay.
Is that what you're saying?
I definitely want to assist you, but you keep going down roads in which has nothing to do with the business.
Rick, you're going down the road. That's why I'm trying to clarify it. You're asking me to claim to be a name, and I'm asking you, you're not even willing to do that. You're not even willing to say that you are a sound or a name. Are you?
Again, yes. My name is Rick, and I'm attempting to confirm that I am speaking with Tom, and that's more so a yes or a no.
Yeah, but I'm asking you, are you a name? Because you're asking me, am I?
Yes, I am identified as a name, and the name is Rick.
Okay, so what you're saying is you as a man are identical to the name Rick.
Yes. Yes, if that is...
You're
trying to understand where you're going with all this, but yes, I am identified as Rick. Correct.
Which when the word identify literally translates into identical to or the same as. What you're saying, you, a man, are the same as a name, a sound, a string of letters, as opposed to simply saying what I believe to be the honest truth, which is you're simply using a sound, a string of letters, a word.
Okay, sounds good.
To the sound, that's going to be difficult, because how could I ever prove that I'm a sound regarding that name? I mean, nobody can prove they're a sound, can they?
I don't understand what you're doing now.
Other than there's an alleged debt, if there's an alleged debt regarding that name that I've been known to use, then I'm here to settle that matter in whatever way is required. It's just a matter of finding out who's claiming there's an issue and honorably settling it. We going to do that today or not? Hey. Yes or no?
Yes, sir, I'm here.
Okay, so are we going to do that or not? We're going to settle this matter today or what?
How about this? I have an idea. What is your name?
What do you mean, my name? You're asking me what name do I own. Let me tell you something.
Yeah.
I believe that the Department of Vital Statistics in the United States allegedly owns that name. They're the ones who created it, I do believe. That's what I've been told by Vital Statistics. You asking me to claim that as my own? That I own that? Are you claiming?
You can't answer the question.
No, I'm asking you the question. Are you asking if I own the name? And I told you I've been led to believe that name is owned by the United States.
I mean, but you can't ask a question without answering the question I asked first. You know.
Yeah, but it's a clarifying question. You're asking me if I own the name, and I'm telling you that I believe and have been told by people, director, as a matter of fact, at the Vital Statistics, that name is owned by the United States.
All right, so I'm just going to put here third party going in circles, unable to ID correct person we are speaking to. Is there a number you want us not to call anymore?
Are you declining multiple attempts now? Someone trying to settle this matter? I mean, because we need to document that, because, you know, it's been about 10 times now that I've offered to settle the matter, and it's several times, and all the
Is it us or is it you?
Huh?
Is it us or is it you?
I'm here to settle the matter. Let's do it.
All right, perfect. So in order to do that, can you tell me what name you go by and which I'm speaking to?
I've already told you that.
And what's your name?
What do you mean, what's my name? I told you the name that I go by.
And what is that, Fig? And for privacy purposes, can you please verify date of birth or full mailing address so we can bring this to conclusion, which you are stating you're attempting to do?
Why don't you tell me what you've got, because it appears that you are the one, or your organization is the one claiming a controversy, unless I'm mistaken. So tell me what you got.
Yeah, unfortunately, we're not going to be able to discuss any information unless you are able to confirm what we are speaking. Policy states that we confirm the information we have on our screen with that party. And you did do the first identifier, which you stated was. And I do have a date of birth and or a social. I don't have a social, but I do have a mailing address. So if you could just confirm I am speaking to that correct person by confirming your mailing address I'm looking at or date of birth, then we can resolve the matter. If not, I'll end the call and we'll make sure we'll never call you again.
Well, let me ask you a question about date of birth. Could you clarify what you mean about that? Date of birth, what is that?
Sure. Hold on 1 second, sir.
Hey, Rick, you there? What? We going to settle this matter today? Hello?
I'm sorry, sir. I just had to address that situation. It sounds like we're going to be on this call a long time, so I apologize for the whole time. But, all right, let's get back to it.
Hey, Rick, I'm ready to go ahead and settle right now in about 30 seconds. Sure. That was like 5 minutes ago. I was ready to do the deal in 30 seconds. But I mean, you keep on delaying it. So let's talk about a date of birth. What do you mean by that?
The date in which you were born.
Okay. Now, how could I verify that, given the fact I had just been born?
I was born 75.
Now, are you speaking from firsthand direct experience, or did someone tell you that? Hearsay.
Yeah, it just sounds like you enjoy going around in circles, sir.
No, I'm just asking questions. You want me to verify. You know, verify is a very serious word.
No,
I mean, it's a sworn statement. It's a verification as a matter of fact, and you're asking me to claim something that there's no way that I could know. How could I know my date of birth?
Yeah, and unfortunately, since you don't know your date of birth, we're not going to be able to move on. But
what about the address part? Hey, what about the address? Hey, you said it was the address or the date of birth. Is there evidence of a claimant, insofar as you're concerned, regarding this matter, Rick? Is there someone claiming that the name is involved in any kind of controversy? Is there any evidence whatsoever, according to you, Rick?
Yeah, again, this is regarding a personal business matter until you can confirm that you're the person we're looking for.
If we go to the next step, currently, is there evidence, you don't have to give me any details, but is there evidence in front of you that the name is involved in some kind of controversy that requires settlement?
Let's find out. What's your mailing address?
Listen, man, I gave you the account number, the name. You've got information in front of you. Either you've got evidence or you don't. If you got evidence, then we need to move forward. Are you operating off hearsay, or you got first-hand knowledge on this matter, Rick?
Yeah, well, again, I can't discuss anything with you because I don't know what you're doing, but it is Friday, and I would like to help you with this, but if you're not...
Hey, Rick, no, I'm not. No, I don't. What makes you believe I need any help? Hey, buddy, brother, what makes you believe I need any help? I'm here to help you.
You're not even allowing me to speak.
Buddy, I'm here to help you. Hey, so far you're not telling me there's a controversy involving... And if there is, let me know so we can get to the brass tacks.
Sure, and you are full aware that in order to do that, I need a second identifier from you, which would,
no, we don't.
Would be a date of birth or full mailing address.
No, buddy. Let me tell you something. Okay. If I got a problem with you as a brother, or in any capacity whatsoever, you know what? I'm going to talk to you man to man. We don't need to confirm anything to get to that point. Either you have
perfect. So we have nothing else to talk about then, right?
You tell me. Is there a controversy regarding the name?
Yeah, it's regarding a personal business matter regarding Chin. No matter how many words you attempt to put in my mouth, it's going to be the same, come back to the same thing, that you're refusing to use a second ID to confirm who you are, and that's what was to be notated. But be honest with you, the account I'm looking at, the reference number, I'm going to make sure we don't call any phone numbers on this because we don't want to waste your time or our time, and it sounds like we're going to be able to go nowhere with you.
Well, hey, you can go anywhere you want to go with me as long as there's a controversy involving me. Then I am there, willing and happy and with total love to help settle it.
Good. So,
let me ask you a question. Good. If I get, actually, we can discuss it right now. We can discuss it right now. If there's really an actual controversy or a debt owed, this wouldn't be happening now, would it, Rick?
All right. So
what I'm hearing is there is no matter to be settled. That's what I'm getting from.
No, that's what you're assuming. You're assuming a whole lot.
No, I don't. Hey, you have not indicated. You have not indicated that there is a controversy regarding. Now is your chance. Go for it.
Well, it is a personal business matter. So again, you are aware.
Business matter. Is that a controversy? Is a personal business matter controversy?
The mailing address we have except the zip code. So please ID the zip code now.
Tell me what a personal business matter is. Is that a controversy?
Sure. What's your zip code?
Is a personal business matter a controversy, yes or no?
All right, so what I'll do is I'll notate here, unable to confirm second identifier. I don't know what you're doing, but I want to help you with this, but to be able to discuss this matter, but you're unwilling to cooperate at all. So
can you make another note for me, buddy? Rick, brother?
Sure.
Note in there, failure to state a claim for which remedy can be granted. On the part of Rick, failure has failed to state a claim for which remedy can be granted.
Yeah, no problem. All calls are recorded too. So
the whole one is it's going on YouTube, friend. So there it is.
YouTube sounds
YouTube.
Good. All right. And, all right, so, yep, I'll make that notation for you. But, yeah, if you receive the call from us, I'll make sure you don't get any more calls, okay?
Why would you call me, Rick?
There would be no reason to. We wouldn't be able to have a discussion with you because you're unable to confirm your full mailing address.
Well, wouldn't it have something to do with the fact that there's no claimant? There's no one stating a claim of controversy? Wouldn't it have something to do with that?
Nope, it has to do with 23 minutes of attempting to hold a discussion with you in which you're not allowing us to discuss with you because you don't understand the responsibility of my company to make sure we confirm we're speaking to the correct party, in which you've done everything right except the zip code. And it makes no sense to me, but I'm not here to judge.
Let me ask you a question, Rick. If you had a $100 debt and you couldn't pay it, and someone anonymously walked in and said, Rick, I like the way your eyes look. I'm going to go ahead and pay this debt off. Are you saying you wouldn't let him do that because you don't know who he is?
Yeah, I'm not in a situation. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but are you saying that's the policy of your company?
Nope.
Would your company if Linda, if Joe Schmo over there had a $100,000 debt and some anonymous donor, just because he's a nice guy or nice gal, comes in and says, I want to pay that off, but I don't want to provide any identifying information is the word you use. Are you saying you wouldn't let him do that?
No, actually, I have to assist. I have actually another call coming in which it looks like I need to assist them. So I'm not able to assist you, and I'm sorry for that. I do take pride with helping people.
Hey, Rick,
you won't allow me to do that.
Rick, you're not making false claims today, are you, regarding?
I'm not making any claim.
Yeah, that's kind of interesting. Okay. You haven't made any claims. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
All right. Could it be you don't have any claims to make regarding?
Yeah, but again, you know what we need to discuss this matter. If you do change your mind, would you like our phone number?
Oh, I got your phone number, Rick.